Yo, guys, what is up? It's your boy, Mitchell. New episodes of Newbie Critics. I actually feel pretty good this episode. It's probably because I just had dinner, because I just came from work. But, anyways, um, y'all know what episode this is. It's gonna be a blast, man. How you been, Ray? Oh, wait, I forgot to introduce my co host here is Ray, by the way. How you been, Ray?
Your favorite camp counselor, Ray. And yeah, dude, I've been chilling. Really tired today, but we're pushing through it.
Facts. Uh, Sorry, blanked out. Yeah, guys. Today we got a new, I guess, new idea. I've been watching a couple of YouTube videos, and I forgot who I got this idea from, but it's not the same idea. Theirs was totally different. But oh no, I remember now. I think they were called the Life of Anime podcast, and I think what they did was they used ChatGPT and they looked up the best anime from for each decade, and then they
Hmm.
decided did ChatGPT get it right or not. I was thinking we could do something like that, and I was like, nah, not the same premise. We're gonna switch it up, and instead of using AI, we're gonna use our own voices. So we're gonna get into that later. First, we're gonna start off with some trailers. Literally just two trailers. The first trailer was Coyote versus Acme or Acme, ACME. That's how you say it, right? I mean, spell it right. Um, but yeah, that's the first trailer we're gonna talk about it. What are your thoughts?
uh, eh, I thought it was all right. I didn't care too much about it. I'll be straight up with you.
Yeah,
um, I don't. Some people know I don't care too much about like cartoons as much. Especially like the Looney Tune characters. That's where I'm like I kind of cut out. But I mean animation looks cool. It's definitely not for me, but I see the appeal in it.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna check this movie out. Apparently, it was a movie that's supposed to be released a while ago, but Warner Brothers, they put a tax write off on it, so the movie wasn't gonna ever get released. But because of the actors and the fans, they sold it to a different studio called Ketchup Studio, which is a way smaller studio, and they are now going to be releasing this movie out in theaters. And yeah, it's been a fight, and now the fans are getting what they want. Uh, it does have an. I am interested in the premise because it's something new with the Looney Tunes, and I do like the Space Jam, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, whatever those chipmunks are called. I don't know what they're called, but I do like those type of movies with the Looney Tunes when we see them put in the real world. Um, because usually they're just fun movies and they're not bad. It's not like they're usually ever bad. They're usually good. Like Who Framed Roger Rabbit is good. Space Jam with LeBron James is good. That those two chipmunks, I don't know what they're called, but they're also that movie was all
Chip
right. It
and
was. I'm
Dale.
not gonna say it was good. Oh yeah, Chip and Dale, Chip and Dale. That movie, they had, yeah, that movie is all right. I know Nick watched it. Shout out to my boy Nick. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting premise. Coyote suing Acme for all the times they really screwed him over with catching the Roadrunner. But yeah, that's the first one. Comes out, I think, in August 28th. I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure it comes out in the summertime. I guess I should have wrote that down. But yeah, the next one we're going to talk about is one I'm a little bit more excited for, but is the Clayface teaser trailer. What are your thoughts on that one?
uh, Actually pretty excited for this one. I like how DC isn't just sticking to like one specific formula. Like, they're not sticking to either the Batman or they're not sticking to the James Gunn adaptations. So I can't wait to see how they're gonna perform with Clayface because it seems like it's gonna be, I don't want to say horror, but it's definitely gonna be a lot more serious with this one. So yeah, that's all I want to say since it's only a teaser.
Yeah, same thing with that. This is actually going in the DCU universe, so this is under James Gunn technically, but I get what you mean. It's not directed by James Gunn, but yeah, just like you said, pretty much. I'm interested in it, and yeah, the trailer looked. It is like you said. It is going to be a horror movie too, so definitely interesting site. Comes out October 23rd, 2026. Oh, I don't know why I had to say that. But yeah, it comes out this year on October 23rd. But yeah, the only thing I do have to say is not this is not mainly about the movie, but this is just something that I hope in the DCU. I don't know if I talked about this on here, but this is something I hope in the DCU that they do change compared because it's not 100% certain, but it's pretty certain. James Gunn said himself that the Batman or Batman, whatever those movies are called, they're not in the DCU. So I really hope when we get Batman and his villains, I I'm someone who's more I'm not gonna say nostalgic, but I'm someone who likes the older days. Like I shout out to Christopher Nolan and what he did with the Dark Knight. Shout out what the Batman is doing. But I like the olden days with the Riddler, who's like dressed up in green and purple and wearing the mask and has the cane, the question mark cane. I like that Riddler. You know, shout out to my boy James Carey. I like that Riddler. I just like seeing the Batman villains be more like different crazy psychopaths and just they just look more creative than bland. No disrespect, but that's just something I hope with this film we see. I hope we do see Clayface as that mucky clay monster. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just something I had to say because that's something I just been thinking about. And the formula with Batman, I get it, he's dark, but it gets boring in my opinion after seeing the Joker, how he was, the Riddler, how he is, Scarecrow. I already talked about how Batman Begins is horrible, but how that they portrayed him, I didn't like any of that. But yeah, that was pretty much it with our two trailers. Um, yeah, Clayface, check it out, and Coyote, check that out too. Next thing we're gonna get into is the quickies, the quick segment. You know what I'm saying? First thing I got is Netflix is launching pretty much what Disney Plus has launched with their verts. Netflix is going to try to get into that with they're gonna put. I don't know if it's just on the app. I didn't dig too much into deep into this, but I'm pretty sure it is going to just be on the app. But they're launching like TikTok vertical content where you can
Boo.
scroll and watch clips, movies, and trailers on Netflix. So are you excited about that? We're gonna be watching
Mm,
TikTok on Netflix.
yeah, I'm good. Spotify tried it. It's gonna fail.
Yeah, I really don't know why these companies are doing it. I don't know any. I don't even know if people know verts are on the Disney Plus. What do you call it? Mobile app. Like I've never used it. I see it there all the time, but I just who cares? Like I don't think anyone cares to click on this. Next thing, we were just talking about Disney. Walt Disney, I don't know if you've seen this, but they have reanimated some of their songs from their recent animated films into American Sign Language versions. Some songs from Moana, Frozen, and Encanto. Yeah, that's how you say it. Have been reanimated into like the characters when they're singing and dancing, they're actually doing sign language while they're singing. And I saw a few clips of that, and to me that was pretty cool that Disney is deciding to reanimate these scenes. And um I was looking at behind the story, not behind the story, but I guess behind the animation or whatever. I can't really think about the right thing to say, but I was looking at behind the scenes. That's what I was trying to say. Um, where they were showing how they were doing it, and they were actually mimicking actual humans like doing the movements, because a lot of people kept saying this looks like AI, this looks like AI, but they showed behind the scenes of them actually reanimating over um people who are doing sign language. And I just think this is a great thing that I hope they decide to do keep in the future. um yeah, how do you feel about that Disney's doing something like this? Is this a W or an
Um,
L?
it's pretty nice. I'm actually shocked that it's only happening now. This is something I would have expected from them a couple years ago or so. But just to like make everything accessible, because Disney is don't quote me on this, but I suck up sometimes. But it's good to see that they are at least trying their best to not use AI. Um, it's gonna happen eventually. But thank you, Disney, for attempting to get into all the how would I say it? Thank you, Disney, for noticing all the demographics around there. So yeah.
Yeah, keeping inclusion, because I've seen some of ASL movies, and it is kind of weird seeing. I mean, I know they could just read the subtitles, but it is kind of weird seeing. I was watching, not I was watching, but I was just interested into what it looked like. So I put on the Barbie movie to see how ASL is, and it's just some. It was just some girl standing in the corner doing sign language, and Disney could have been lazy and literally just did that, but instead they actually decided to reanimate it and have some fun with it. I've seen some people complaining that like in some of the scenes they're not showing the actual characters' hands when they're singing, so it, it's like, what's the point of this? I'm like, bro, at least they're trying. Like at the end of the day, they're doing their best. You know what I'm saying? Well, they're not doing their best. Let me not say that, but at least they're. This is the first tries of this. I guess I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but this is the first tries we're seeing of this, and hopefully, like we just said, they keep doing this in the future. Um, yeah, that was pretty much it with that. Next thing I had was their the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, which they're making another one. Um, is going to be, if you guys didn't know, it's going to be produced by A24, and they're actually going to get the same director who I just found out a while ago. He also used to be a content creator on YouTube. I actually have seen him before on YouTube, but the same creator of Obsession, Curry Barker, he's going to be directing this film. Obsession was a trailer we talked about last week, which we were actually both pretty excited to see that movie. So it's good to see, I guess, this new director branching off into new things. How did you feel about that? Have you seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie? Because I haven't seen it.
I have. Um, I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not too excited about this one. It's just going back to what Steven Spielberg said that like I've felt this for a decent amount of time now. A lot of movies are just either spin-offs to sequels to prequels of movies that we've already heard of before. So just seeing some, like, don't get me wrong, I feel like it's gonna be something that's decent, mainly because at least the trailer from what we've seen from Obsession, it looks decent. um but I just don't know how I feel about pretty much red not retconning but rerunning the Chainsaw Massacre series. I The first movie was good, but everything after that kind of just like fell off. It's similar to um what like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on
Okay,
Elm
thank
Street. They
God.
all kind of just like, buddy, I want to say Scream, but you're just gonna
No,
argue about
I
it with me.
knew you were thinking
But
it. Don't say screen. Thank
buddy, don't. Yeah, I didn't say it because I was genuinely thinking it. But
you.
no, it's just one of those things that I feel like should, like Barker. I feel like he should have an opportunity to create something original since he is somebody that's brand new. Again, I don't know him too much myself, but Like I want to see him try something completely brand new outside of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. I don't want to see him work on Scream. I don't want to see him work on um the fucking Jason Voorhees movie. I just want to see him do something original, which that's why I'm excited for the Obsession because that movie actually looks really good. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everything you said was pretty much right. I haven't seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The only thing I know about it is, like you said, everything after it is trash. Like I heard that Netflix Texas Chainsaw Man,
Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Man's
Massacre movie.
crazy.
I also heard that movie was trash too. So yeah, but speaking about Netflix, are you a fan of Gundam? Like,
Not as much anymore.
yeah, I remember you used to stream on my
Oh,
boy
don't
Ray
talk
when he
about
was
it.
the
No, no,
streamer.
no, no,
You
no,
know
no,
what I'm
no.
saying on
That's a dark
Twitch.
past.
He used to build Gundams. I used to watch those, man, while I was
Yeah,
doing 5 hours of homework. But
yeah, man. Lost more money than I made on those Twitch streams.
same here, bro. But it's all about the fun. I'm just enjoying this, to be honest. Next thing I wanted to say, like, so I brought it up, is because apparently they're making a live action Gundam movie on Netflix. I really have no thoughts about this. I just brought it up because I thought you would have thoughts on this. Sydney Sweeney's gonna be in it. Noah, sorry if I pronounced the name. Sorry, not sorry. Noah Centineo. He's also
Taneo.
Ken in, so yeah, Centineo. He's also Ken in Street Fighter. And I'm not even gonna just say these names and butcher them. But a whole bunch of other
Nah, man. Let's
actors.
hear it.
Okay, I'll say
Hear it,
two
man.
more of them. Okay, bet.
I'll try to correct you.
Michael Mandeo or Mando, and Gemma Chua Tran. I know for a fact I said that wrong. But yeah, those are gonna be some in the new Gundam live action movie. You know, how excited are you to see Sydney Sweeney? I don't know what Gundam is, but is she gonna be in the robot or is she is the robot? I don't know. So explain that.
And pretty sure it's not like Darling in the Franxx or Evangelion. It's just mech stuff. Like oh god, all the Gundam fans are gonna fucking hate me now. But about things, you only like the show because the robots look cool. Like realistically, come on, man.
So
But
it's like Power Rangers.
no, well, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's. I'm pretty sure she's probably just gonna be like a side character or something. I'm shocked Noah Centineo is going at it again because that brother needs he needs a bigger role, man. I feel bad for him. Like the thing that I've known him the best is as Dawson from Austin and Ally.
Really?
Yeah, dude, that's him.
Oh, I know that, but I'm surprised you said that's what you know him the best
No,
from.
I'm kidding, dude. I'm just
Oh,
kidding, dog. Damn. No, but
oh. I
no,
was
of
like,
course
I,
everybody knows him from the all the boys I loved before, man. Everybody knows him from that. But no,
yeah, I've never seen those.
I'm not too excited myself because again, I fell out of Gundam a decent amount of time ago. So, but I know my cousin's gonna be in love with it. So all love to him, man. All love to him.
Facts. Um, yeah, that was it with the quickies. Like I said, last week was CinemaCon, so that's why the quickies were so. Oh, I was about to say so quick, so long. So there was a lot of news this week. You know, it's back to the normal format. Next, we're gonna get into what I talked about at the start of the episode. So pretty much, I decided so we didn't have to rush through these. Because at the end, we are gonna talk about things we've watched like Invincible. Yes, we know you guys are excited about that, right, guys? Please, someone say they're excited. And also, we're gonna talk about the Michael movie. Well, mainly just me. I know Ray
Yeah,
haven't
that's all
seen it.
you, man. Yeah, I'm trying to
But
make sure that that movie ain't making budget, buddy.
yeah, okay. Well, yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna start at basically how we did it is we're gonna start with the '90s, go all the way to the current
Hmm.
decade we are in. I know the decade isn't over. Like I'm not stupid, but just what we have so far. Okay, so starting off, Ray, what is the first movie, show, cartoon, anything you really have that you think people should check out from the 90s.
Dude, I got maybe one of the greatest TV shows of all time, man.
Okay. You
Hey,
got
you know
me
what?
intrigued.
No, nah, take a guess from the '90s, big dog.
I know Nick likes this show, Friends.
No,
Okay, good. I
dude.
was hoping it wasn't that show.
No, of course not. Dude, it's freaking Goosebumps, man.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah, man, bro.
That's the
Goosebumps is
underrated
goaded.
classic.
Yeah, it's just like I was genuinely thinking about this earlier, and I was like, dude, I don't care about the '90s that much. But then out of nowhere, I was just like, I got something, dude. Goosebumps hit it for me, man. I remember growing up and just watching random episodes from it, and I gotta say, I rewatched it like 30 minutes before the we started recording this, dude. It's pretty goated, man. Like,
Yes,
don't
it
get me
is.
wrong, it's
Give me nightmares as a
definitely,
kid.
yeah, man. If you're a kid and you're scared about it, that makes sense. But if you're a grown adult and you're scared about it, buddy, go eat a
Hey, bro.
lollipop or something. But
Say stop. Don't disrespect me, bro. Nah, I'm playing. Nah, I'm not playing, bro. I still get nightmares. Every time I
bro,
see that dog, bro, that puppet.
bro, yes, bro. The dog, the puppet, the mask, bro.
Yeah.
They all getting you. But no, yeah, man. I always thought it's always like one of those shows that are just fun to watch for anybody. Like whether you're a kid, an adult, or even as freaking teenager in this day and age. It's always fun to look back, you know. It's I don't know where it's like currently streaming on, but if you want something for free, I know some of the episodes are streaming in YouTube right now, so go check it out before it gets
Yeah.
DCIM'd, you know.
Some of the episodes are actually on free on Tubi. Like all the seasons are on free on Tubi too. So if you want to check it out there too. Were you done talking? Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, yeah, that's what I got for Goosebumps.
Okay. Yeah, I really do like that. I forgot Goosebumps released in the 90s because yeah, like you said, we grew up watching this show in the 2000s. Me and my sisters, oh my God, we loved watching it. Well, at least my older sisters loved watching the show. I don't know about my younger one, but they loved watching this show. It would creep me out and give me nightmares, so I'd always have to like watch like Austin and Ally after an episode aired. But uh it was a great show. I don't know if this was on that episode. I don't know if this was on Goosebumps, my bad. But if y'all remember Big Yellow, leave something in the comments. I don't know. Just say something that you if you remember Big Yellow. Okay, what's the next one you got?
Dude, next one. It's a movie that you can never, ever, ever, ever not watch at least once a year.
Okay. Polar Express?
Duh. That's actually a good guess, but I don't even think that was no, that was '90s. Yeah, you're right. But no,
I actually
we
don't
got
know. I was just guessing.
we got my goat, Macaulay Culkin, and his hit classic Home Alone, man.
Okay, that was my second guess. Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep,
dude.
yep.
Yo,
That
Home
was
Alone is Loki. At least like the first one. The New York one, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not that good. But
Bro, what? The New York one's the
dude,
best one.
but I disagree.
Whoa, I've never heard
Dude,
anyone say New York one is not good.
the New York one is like, eh, like, eh. It's, I feel like they just try to like I don't want to say they even try to improve anything from from the first one. I think that they just like copy and pasted it, except that it was in New York, so they followed the stereotypes towards it. But I just want to
You
say
didn't
like
like
Home
seeing
Alone,
Trump?
buddy. I don't want to get into that. I know you gotta suck it real quick because you know you registered, buddy. But I registered to the military, not nothing in like the files or anything. But uh,
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for clearing that up.
yeah, dude, I got you. But no, I just feel like the first Home Alone created a foundation of like the uprising in Christmas movies or holiday movies to come, and you gotta appreciate it all at all times, man.
Yeah, that's definitely a great pick. The first two picks so far, I agree. Like, I thought I was gonna be hating. I thought he was gonna pick something like crazy, but first two picks, I agree. Home Alone 2, the Pigeon Lady, shout out to her.
Mm.
One of the goats.
R.I.P. to
That's
the
the
mother
though.
too, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. to her. She did pass away last year, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like the edge of last year, or no, it was. I think it was probably like a month or two ago. But going back to the list, this one, not many of you guys have seen it, but personally, it's one of my favorite books,
Oh,
and
okay.
also my favorite Stephen King adaptation.
Diary of the Wimpy
Mm,
Kid.
buddy,
I'm
you wish.
joking.
It's called Misery. If none of you guys heard it before, I recommend reading the book, and then watching the movie. Not mainly because like you would get the references or anything like that. It's mainly because it's two very similar but yet different movie, like story wise. I preferred the book a little bit more, but the acting in oh my god, excuse me. Ugh, but the acting in
You're good.
the movie was phenomenal. What was her name again? Let me search it up real quick. But the
Kathleen
lady,
Bates.
yeah, dude, she is
Yeah.
phenomenal. I believe she actually won a Oscars for that role, so kudos to her, man. Kudos to freaking her.
Um, I have not seen Misery. I actually have never heard of this, which is looking kind of crazy because I like Stephen King. But um, looking at the a few images of it, it definitely looks like something I have seen before. Um, and yeah, it's another horror crime. I mean, Stephen King most of the time it is horror. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting though. The reviews are goods too, so it might be something. He might be right, guys. This is something you might have to check out. And you said
Yeah,
read the
man.
book first, right?
Either way you go about it, I just recommend reading the book first, mainly because
Okay.
it's more tied into the way that Stephen King at least saw it. Uh, but yeah, next one we don't really need to talk about too much because it was obviously gonna be on the list.
Really? What is it?
Dang, dude, questioning it is crazy. I don't
I have
think you
no
have it
idea
on
what
your list.
I have no idea what you have.
I'm gonna quote you on this one. The greatest anime of all time, One Piece.
Oh my god! Don't get me started,
Yeah, I feel like we've talked about One Piece way too much in this freaking podcast. So
bro. It's
I'm just gonna
great.
let it be, let it explain itself.
Yes, bro. Watch One Piece. He's right. We have talked about it a lot. Watch One Piece, bro.
Yeah, man. Alrighty, moving to the 2000s, dog. The two freaking
Yeah.
thousands. That's when we were
Year
born,
of
man.
great. Yep. The
Yeah,
great
dude.
year.
That's when Michael Jordan retired, and I'm
Yep.
gonna say it now. That's when the GOAT arrived.
Facts.
LeBron James, man. Welcome to the league, man. But
Facts.
starting off with the 2000s, dude, 2000s is Loki, maybe one of the best decades for movies because it is fun, dude. There's a lot of
Year of the greatness.
yeah, man. A lot of the cultural classics are here. Many of the like just cult classics are absolutely here. The first one I want to talk about, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but this one's just a personal favorite of mine. It's called 500 Days of Summer. Came out 2008, and yeah, man, it's extremely sad. And I know a lot of people hate this movie just because it makes them cry, but it made me cry, and I still like it. So, highly recommend watching that movie, man.
Yeah, I definitely have never heard of this movie in my life.
Yeah, man.
I just looked it up and
So
yeah,
you
I
should
really have
now.
nothing honestly to say about it. But when I first looked it up, it reminded me of that one Jim Carrey movie I watched a while ago. That was
Oh, the
also
Eternal
kind of a pretty
Sunshine,
sad. Yeah, yeah, that
Eternal
movie. That
Spotless.
movie.
Oh my God, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. There it is. Jesus,
Yeah.
dude, that name always
That
gets me.
movie, that's what it reminded me of when I first looked it up. But
Yeah, it's
yeah.
actually. I don't want to say it's similar to it, but it follows through the same or like similar story wise of just a man's imagination, pretty much.
Yeah, I definitely gotta check it out if they got I see they got my girl Chloe Grace in it. So I
Yeah, man.
definitely might check that out.
Hmm.
But yeah, what's your next one?
Dude, next one. Controversial. Dude,
Shoot.
may simply be the greatest Pixar movie of all time.
Oh my God.
Oh, what do you think it is?
Ratatouille or Wally?
No, dude. Up,
Really?
man.
Oh, I should have known. I should
Dude,
have.
Up made it to my top 10 movies of all time, and most definitely made it to the Mount Rushmore of the 2000s for me, man. So, Up,
Not
it
mad
was
at it.
the,
Great movie.
yeah, dude, 100%. Um, Next one, it's the only TV show I have up here, but some of you may have watched it, some of you may not. I recently only got into it, and it's a little show from Canada called Degrassi.
The
Dude,
Grassy?
yeah, dude.
I heard it was good, but I've never seen it.
So I only recently started watching it. I'm only in season 3, but I just wanted to add this in there because I had to add one TV show at least, and this was the first show that came up to mind. Uh, Shout out to Mitchell's goat, Drake. He's
That's
there.
not my goat. Well, not anymore. It used to be my,
Yeah. Oh, I
but
was say
not
it was your
anymore.
goat. But no, yeah, that's where I guess he got his come up, man. So congrats to him. Uh, but yeah, so moving on from Degrassi.
Yeah. It's on Tubi too, but
Oh,
I was just gonna say that I remember I forgot her name, but she was on that the girl in the show, one of the girls in the show. She was on that freaking vampire show. I can't remember what it's called, but
My Babysitter's Vampire.
no, not that one. Not that one. I think
Oh, frick,
it
man,
was
I
like
should
a
have
more
added that one.
mature it was a more mature one, but that's a good one. That is a good one. I think it
Yeah,
was like Vampire Diaries or something.
Diaries. Yeah, that one makes sense. I'm pretty sure that show's also Canadian, so it would make sense. Alrighty, but hey, this one is definitely gonna be my most controversial 2000s movie right here. One of the greatest superhero movies of all
Okay. Don't scare
time.
me.
Hey, what do you think it is?
As long as it's not Iron Man, I'm honestly good. Or Thor, I'm good. As long as it ain't one of those
Whoa.
movies.
Alrighty. Well, this movie came out when you and I were born, 2004. Spider-Man 2, man. Woo!
That's not controversial.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We argued about it for a while that week.
I mean, it's
Um,
controversial between me and you.
but
Man, I
no,
don't know. I'm not mad at it though.
no, yeah, dude. I had to add this movie in there. It was the first ever movie that I at least remembered growing up, so I gotta give it to it. I remember watching this in the PSP, man.
Toby
Oof. For,
Maguire.
yeah, I remember I used to press the buttons to pretend like I'm playing the game or I'm playing a game, but Buddy was too broke. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I first
but
watched it, I
alrighty,
think, on Cartoon Network when it used to air around that time.
dude. It used to air at Cartoon Network.
Yeah, all the Spider-Man movies aired on cartoon. That's why I've watched the cartoon movies because, like I said, not like I said, but yeah, we were too broke. Our parents weren't buying us these things. But when it came on Cartoon Network, that's why I saw Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. All of them aired on Cartoon Network.
Mm, oh, I didn't know that one. For the 2000s as well, I had two honorable mentions. Uh, First one being Batman: Brave and the Bold. That
The
is just one of
show?
the, yeah, dude.
Okay, I didn't know you were
Yeah,
tapped in. I forgot you
yeah,
were a part of
dude.
superhero club. I
Of
forgot
course,
you.
bro. Come on, bro. I still got my badge in there in my heart.
Uh,
Yeah, it was just a fun kid show for well, yeah, I would call it a kid show. I would say it's definitely like a little bit more towards the older age, like 13 to 12, but I'll give it to them. And the other one, many of you guys may have never even heard of this movie, but it's called The Wrestler. It came out in 2008, and if I recall, I think it was one of the first films that A24 ever like produced. But dude, this movie is amazing, man. Like, I gotta say, it's probably my personal favorite like wrestling based movie over Iron Claw and also over WWE as a whole. I recommend it, man. I love that movie. But dude, let's move on to the year that we remember. or the decade. I mean, the 2010s,
Facts. Let's go on.
man. Dude, you know what? If you can guess one of the movies that I have up here, I'm gonna give you three guesses.
I will
I
be
will.
surprised if you have a superhero movie, so I'm not gonna guess a superhero movie.
Okay.
Uh, I really can't think of anything. 2010s. Okay, no Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
Mm-hmm.
No, Ratatouille came out in the early 2000s, I'm pretty sure. So I'm trying to think,
Mm-hmm.
would you have a Disney movie? Did Mulan? No, Mulan came out in the early 2000s. Yeah, it
I'll be
came out in
straight
the
up with you.
90s. Never mind.
There's two here that I know you won't really guess. But then there is. I'll even count the honorable mention one. There's three movies that I know you've seen before.
Cars? Did Cars come out in the No, you don't
I
like
think
Cars like Andrew. I'm tripping.
two. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I like cars. I just don't know if I
I'm,
would ever put it like top four, but.
I'm tripping. The toy. No, you don't. You said you didn't like Toy Story 3 as much because Toy Story 3 did come out in the tens, but you say you didn't like it as much as the fourth one. I
Mhm.
really don't know. I know you said I've seen it, but I can't think of because do you have regular show on there? Is that a show you have on there?
No, I'll be completely honest with you. I do not have any other. Actually, no, no. Other than one, I don't have any other TV shows on here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
all
then.
just either movies. Actually, no, the rest of it's just movies. Dude,
Yeah, I
just
don't know then.
give me a guess, man.
I mean, my guess was regular show, but then you say you don't have any
Uh,
shows. So, but I'm gonna guess a movie then.
yeah, dude.
Movies that came out in the 2010s.
Mhm.
Uh, Give me one hint, just a little hint.
uh, I'm not gonna give you the obvious one. You
Yeah.
know what? I'll give you the years of all three movies. Um,
Okay.
one came out in 2014. The other one also came out in 2014, and the last one came out in the honorable mention came out in 2018 or 17.
Okay. That didn't really help, but I'll just guess. How to Train Your Dragon,
Nope.
Inception,
Nope.
and my last guess will be a random romance movie. I don't know.
Hey, dude, I'm lonely, but not that lonely, man.
Okay.
No,
Wait,
uh,
before we go, wait, La La Land, is that in the 2010s?
it is in the 2010s, and you are really close, like actually insanely close, but no.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I'll give you the movie that's
2010.
actually correlated with that one, Whiplash, dude.
Oh my, how did I not think about this movie? You literally, when we were talking about our top 10 movies, oh my
Dude, I
God.
gassed this movie up for a bit, man. No, yeah, this is easily one of my I'll say my
Yeah.
favorite movie in the 2010s. Whiplash is phenomenal, man.
Yes,
Um,
bro. It is.
David David Chazelle like did not I think that's his name, yeah, David Chazelle, but he like absolutely did it with the camera work, acting from J.K. Rowling and Miles Teller was also amazing. And for the budget that it had, it deserved the traction that it got. So yeah, giving it to
Most
that.
definitely. That movie is amazing. I had a whole spew on that movie on how it is literally in my top. I don't remember if I said 10 or 5, but it's most definitely in my top 10.
Mhm.
Um w-
Didn't you say your
if not,
parents loved it too?
yeah, my mom watched it with me. She actually enjoyed it too.
Mm.
Um And yeah, Nick memes about it. He says he literally said if I said my parents liked a movie, that means it's a good movie. And that's not what I always say, but I'm just like saying it like my parents, bro. No offense, I guess it's not offensive, but they're not American, bro. They watch horrible movies. I'm just gonna be real. So with the fact that they are able to appreciate something like Whiplash, it just tells you how great a movie it is. But
Truly.
yeah, that's all I had to
Yeah.
say about that.
Yeah, man. Um, since you pretty much already got that one, I'll just go ahead and go with my two honorable mentions. One of them, Avengers: Infinity War, dude. There's no
Oh
way you
my
could
god,
not put that.
bro!
Yeah,
I was
well,
like, I didn't. I was like, I don't know if Ray's. I don't feel like Ray's gonna have one on his list because I'm definitely gonna probably have that exact same movie on my list. But
uh-huh.
that I didn't think he was gonna have that. I should have said it, bro. I should have
Dude,
said it.
nah. Well, I
I should have
technically
said it.
don't have it in there, but it's an honorable mention, dude. That like,
Oh, okay.
there's not a single list in the 2010s that determines like some of the best movies of all time, or not all time, but in that decade that doesn't have Infinity War in it.
Yeah, that's
Infinity War
true.
was amazing. Yeah,
It was. I should have thought. I should have just said it.
yeah, man. The second honorable mention that I have here, it is a short film, or not short film, but it's a film from one of my favorite directors of all time, Sean Baker. It was his breakout movie called Tangerine. I
I've heard of
highly
it.
yeah, I believe it's on Tubi right now as well. So, highly recommend watching it. It's extremely low budget, but they most definitely made do with the budget that they had. I think they only had like 30 grand to make a movie. Um, so yeah, highly recommend that movie. And all right, let's go ahead and finish up my list.
Yeah, you're right. It is on Tubi. Okay, you can go.
Yeah. So Whiplash was one of them. The next one, oh shoot, I forgot I had this one. It's not really an honorable mention, but it's just a little troll. The Lego Movie.
Lego movie's not bad, so I
Dude, the
can't
Lego
hate on
Movie's
that.
goated, man. So I'm gonna put that somewhere else on the side. But this one, I don't know if you're gonna count it or not, but I got Hamilton, bro.
Hamilton. Yeah, we could count it. It came out in the
Yeah,
2010s. Oh, it came out in 2020. Oh, but the play
Hamilton.
was probably before, so never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, the play came out in 2014. Dude, 2014 was a banger, bro. God dang, man. 2014 had everything. But yeah,
Yeah,
so you guys know I love musicals, and Hamilton will
same.
most definitely make it, man. Yeah. I already know Mitchell has a musical on this list, but we'll get to that in the
Yeah,
next
I
episode.
definitely will have one.
Yeah, next one, horror movie. It's the breakout role of Micah Monroe. It Follows is a great horror movie. I forgot who made it, but yeah, man, great horror movie. Um, but so we did get a little lost in that list, but my four was Whiplash, It Follows, Tangerine, and Hamilton. And honorable mention was Infinity War, Lego Movie, and oh my god, what was the other one? Oh god.
Um, you said your honorable mentions were Infinity War,
um,
Lego Movie, and
Bro, Jesus.
dang, what was it? I was looking up all the movies. Let me go back. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
see it. Uh, no, I don't see it. I guess I missed it.
All right,
Uh, no,
but
I don't know.
just run it back, man. Just run back. Hey,
Yeah,
give us more play time, you know.
facts. Facts.
Alrighty, but yeah, dude, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the most recent year or most current decade.
Recent, yeah.
Yeah, man,
Decade of disappointment so far. I'm gonna be real.
that's crazy. I
Oh,
don't know.
let's be
I
real. This is the worst decade, bro. Not when it comes to movies or any of that crap, but everything else. This is probably the worst decade. Okay, wait. I'm
don't
thinking
want to
about the
say it's.
past. Never
Yeah,
mind. This
I
is
was gonna
not the
say.
worst decade.
I think the 1800s had it worse, buddy.
Yeah, I just remembered. I forgot about all my ancestors and all the other things
No.
that went on. My bad. Never mind. This is not the worst decade. I take it back.
No. I know what you mean though. This year, it's. I don't want to say it's really disappointing, but I feel like we've just gotten so much media throughout the past couple of years that it's hard to pretty much like list down the best.
Yeah.
Um, and again, like we've had so many changes in this year, from
Man,
just
it's mainly just COVID, bro. That really hurt.
mm,
It was a big part of this year with just life in general, but also the movie industry, with shows, with the writer strike. Also, that hurt too, which it
yeah.
deservedly needed to, but that hurt. The actors, like the smaller actors too, that strike that was going on, that hurt. Just a lot of things.
Hmm. Yeah, man.
It really hurt.
and This year, it's definitely like one of those years that have I don't want to say done negative, but we're more in the rise rather than the fall.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
We've seen the worst that it could have been with during COVID, and we've seen strikes, we've seen many things that have happened this year. But the films and TV show that I have over here, it definitely thrived out of all the media that was just flooded with during this year or 2020 during COVID, the rise of TikTok
Hmm.
and stuff like that. They all
The
thrived.
rise of TikTok.
Yeah, dude. That was like the downfall of humanity, man.
I don't know, but definitely a part of it.
Yeah. So the
Attention
first
spans, bro. I'm sorry, I was about to go on a rant. I'm gonna stop. Go.
no, yeah, that's for a different topic. That's when we get like Dr. Phil in the mix or something.
Dr. Phil, that dude's so weird though, but we
That
can
is
still get
true.
him.
He was probably on the list, man. Um,
Wouldn't be surprised.
Neither would I. First one I want to talk about it's a film that I had down as my personal favorite movie of last year, Begonia. Dude,
Okay. Wait, honorable mention or on your list?
this is on my list, baby. Like
Oh, okay.
Begonia is just truly amazing. So I'm giving it most definitely to Begonia. Um, Next one I wanted to talk about, one of my favorite movies of all time, top three, Anora.
Mm. Oh yeah, I should have not been surprised. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, man, this was the movie that like made me change my course into from ooh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm sorry guys.
Yeah,
Getting
you're
very
it's all right.
burpy. But yeah, this was the movie that made me change from IT program to the camera program, man. So I got to give it all thanks to Sean
Chase your
Baker, Mikey
dreams.
Madison. Yeah, dude. Got to give it to them. Got to give it to them. Uh, this one, it's a movie that came out, I believe, 2 years ago. I could
Yeah,
be wrong.
2024. You're right. You're right.
No, no, I'm not talking about Nora. I'm talking
Oh,
about Bring Her
okay.
Back, man. The second Filippo brother movies. After their hit, uh, Talk to Me, they released Bring Her Back, which I was extremely excited for because I loved Talk to Me, and just I remember seeing this movie and I was just like, there's no way they're gonna like double up on how good of a movie is, dude. Bring Her Back is currently one of my favorite horror movies of the 2020s, and yeah, man, if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
out on Max, and it came out
mm,
last year. By the way.
mhm. And then before I do the last one, my honorable mention for this one,
Okay.
Invincible.
Okay. And
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
not mad at it.
Yeah,
Invincibles are
hey.
great.
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to listen later to the podcast where us and a special guest is going to talk about it. And
Hopefully, the special guest can get here
hopefully,
because if we end
crossing
it,
my
I'm just gonna
fingers.
talk about it by myself. I'm gonna be
Hey, you want me to be straight up with you, Mitchell?
what?
I'm almost done with season 4. So I can talk about
Yeah.
it a little bit with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm on episode 6, I believe. So, it was just right after Mark woke up. So yeah. Um,
Okay.
yeah, man. And last one. This one is a swing and a miss, dude. Fear Street Part 2. If you haven't seen it
Bro.
yet, what's up?
Wait, this is an honorable mention, right?
This is my one of my tops right now for 2020. It's an underdog movie for me, man.
Wait, you're no, like I'm at, is First Street on your list or is it honorable mention?
It's on my list. That's the last
Yeah.
one.
Shout out to my boy Thomas. He's the reason why I watched all the Fear Street movies. He
Hmm.
literally told me to check them out, and yeah, Fear Street 2, that is also my favorite one out of all three of them.
Hmm.
But yeah, you can keep going. You can keep going.
Yeah, dude. Fear Street 2. I recommend just watching the entire Fear Street collection. Other than Prom Queen. Prom Queen wasn't.
Prom Queen is trash. It's trash,
Yeah.
bro.
I just like the kill that they did with the dude with the paper cutter, but other than that, I was like, that's the only good thing about the movie. It was pretty dumb.
Yeah, it
Um,
was.
but no, yeah, I gotta give it to Fear Street, man. definitely my underdog movie of the decade. It could 100% be taken out of here, but dude, I don't give a fuck. Oh, actually, I
Mm.
had one more honorable mention that I completely forgot to write down. It's a A24 movie called Warfare. It's probably the most realistic depiction of Afghanistan, for at least from what I've heard. Searching up the movie a little bit more
Oh,
after
my cousin
watching
told
it.
me to watch this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
dude,
what you're
it's
talking about.
great. Yeah, it's a great movie. Noah Centineo's in that movie too. But and I know we didn't have to do this one, but I just want to throw it in there. I feel like a future monumental movie that's gonna come out soon. The Odyssey, man. I think The Odyssey is gonna be one of the greatest movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard, I've heard, I've heard it's probably. I've heard like mixed bags. I've heard people are saying it's going to be one of the greatest, and then I've heard people say, "Will it be like lower in Christopher Nolan's?" Like people are not saying it's going to be bad, but people are saying, "Is it going to be lower in Christopher Nolan's collection?"
Catalog.
I don't. I'm trying to. Yeah, catalog. That's the better word.
Yeah.
People are saying that like. So I've literally heard a mixed bag. I don't. I'm not. I'm trying not to set my expectations too high on the movie because I set my expectations too high for Oppenheimer and I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm trying not to set my expectations too high on this movie.
No,
On
yeah,
that
don't get me
movie.
wrong. I'm more than aware that this movie could literally be one of his worst movies of all time. I'm just really excited for it because
Me too.
it's a Christopher Nolan movie, and he hasn't really missed that bad at all. So I'm excited to see his spin on the Odyssey, which I'm a really big fan of. And there's a reason why there has been little to no adaptation about the Odyssey. Not because it's confusing or it's like really complicated, but it's just the fact that it's a extremely long story made by
Yeah.
Homer, but and it's also like extend it's a big movie. So I don't know how they're gonna go throughout it, but I
I
have
know
my
either.
hopes extremely high, and if I get disappointed, I will say Michael is a top 10 movie of all time.
Okay. What was I about to say? Dang, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, about the movie. The only thing I've heard about the movie is that it's less than 3 hours. Like a lot of people kept saying, because like you said, the Odyssey is so long. Is it going to be about 3 hours? But Christopher Nolan said, nah, it's going to be. It's less than 3 hours. So I guess if y'all
Yeah.
were worried about that, don't be.
The only thing I'm
If
really
you
scared
watch
of is
Endgame, bro, you can watch this movie. That's all I gotta
yeah,
say.
definitely. The only thing I'm scared of is that he's gonna follow through with like part one, part two.
No,
And
I
you
hope
guys know
not.
my takes about like part one, part two. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck?
At least tell
But
us beforehand, because.
yeah,
But yeah, I get what you're
don't
saying.
treat this like the Spider Verse movie, man. That made me mad.
I mean, I get what you're. I knew about like they were splitting up the movies already because a lot of leaks, and
Hmm.
I just like following movie news for some weird reason. But yeah, I definitely will say the way it ended, like it was. I'm not gonna say disappointing, but I was a little like, dang, right here. I actually wanted to see a little bit more, but I'm not
Yeah,
mad at it. But don't worry, we
yeah.
only got to wait one more year.
Wow.
Oh
Ooh,
my god, that
dude.
was
That
honestly a. Oh wait, you can keep going.
no, I was gonna say f that freaking Malik dude, or what was his name Malik?
Yeah, his name is Malik. Malik Moore, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, dude, F him, bro. F him for being freaking
Why?
weird. Bro, he had to be weird. That's like one of the main reasons why the movie got backed up too. So they
That's
had to
not
find a different
why.
voice. I know it's not why, but it's like one of the reasons because they had to find a new voice actor for bro.
Yeah, I didn't
Because
know they were finding a new voice actor. I really haven't heard anything about that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are.
yeah,
But
because I'm pretty sure Haley was like, yeah, I don't want to do this movie no more. This dude is weird.
yeah, I'm not gonna put that stuff out there. Like I said, I don't know, but yeah, I haven't heard. I guess I'll look back into it once the movie's closer to being released. But yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. Great list with his Mount Rushmore of things you need to watch from each decade. If y'all wanted us to go before the '90s, bro, go watch a different podcast. We are not that old, bro. But yeah, I feel like that was a great list from the Goosebumps to the Up to the freaking Spider-Man 2. I'm playing. It's still a good movie. And then lastly with the Fear Street, I really do think those were all good movies. I haven't seen all of them, but and shows, but I haven't seen all of them, and I definitely do think check them out, guys. Like we recommending this crap for a reason. I know some of y'all are looking for a new show to watch, or a new movie to check out. Why not?
Yeah, man.
Um, that is the end of that segment. Yeah, I know you guys are like, "Where's Mitchell's list?" Guys? My list is gonna be next episode. Okay, I'm just gonna be real. Yeah, my list is next episode. We're gonna talk about actually, just in case if Ray has to leave before, then I'm just gonna say it now before we tell you guys about the things we've watched. Next episode, as you guys know, this is the end of season one. So yeah, I know Ray and me just said we don't like part one, part twos. But yeah, we're leaving y'all with the part one of the decade. You'll get part two at the start of season two, aka the next episode, which will be next month. Yeah. I'm going on a trip, for the podcast. I guess you could say that. No, it's not for the podcast. But I'm just gonna say it's for the podcast. And yeah, bigger things are coming. Face reveals might be coming. Hopefully my camera doesn't break.
Gonna wear a
And
mask.
that would be funny. Wear a ski mask for this episode.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Before we get into the things we need to watch, I have to know because I don't know if you thought about this, but what is because I already know what my bet is for you if the Michael Jackson movie surpasses over 1 billion. I want to know what is your bet for me because before we get into it.
Dude, you gonna have to strip butt naked, man. Get on an airplane.
Oh. Are you serious?
No, of course. Actually, no. Yeah, dude. Let's do it.
No, I was no, I don't want to get
No.
arrested.
Nah, man. Just a little felony in your name. Uh, I'll be straight up with you, dude. I've thought about some things, but I haven't like concluded one.
Okay, you
Um,
still got time.
hey, I might have to just. I might. You know what? I might do this one actually. It's gonna be like a double
Okay,
doozy, but I think it's gonna be fun. uh,
okay,
we gotta set up a table and then record, and then we gotta record outside, man. Like
okay.
outside in public.
Like Charlie Kirk.
Not like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then we are gonna get political in this. No, okay.
Nah. He sits outside and he talks. That's what I was just saying.
That is
But
true.
anyways, okay,
Yeah,
that's not a
man.
bad one, I guess. Go to somewhere like Mount Rushmore, town center.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
Probably
going to
even
town center,
travel.
man.
Yeah, or we could travel,
We're
go to Richmond, Washington D.C.
good. Somewhere they can't
Uh,
recognize us.
X. Like, yeah, my bet. I'm not gonna lie. I have it 100% cemented. At first, I was debating back and forth with you singing a song from Hamilton, but I look, you feel like you would probably enjoy that more than
Oh, for
you will
sure.
hate it. So that's how I was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I have decided,
Oh.
yes, I have decided with the Glee for for Halloween, I want you to dress up as my favorite Glee character. Don't
Whoa.
worry, it won't be a woman character because a woman character is not my favorite anyways, but
Please
it
tell me it's
will
not the
be.
disabled kid.
No, no, it's not it either. It's not
Fucking
it either.
stolen valor, man.
Yeah, I'll just tell you his name right now so you can, I guess, get into character.
Yeah, man.
His name is Blaine. I think it's Blaine. I'll get the costume so you don't have to worry about it, but it's gonna be his
Ew.
warbler costume. It's gonna be that's what I want you to wear. Um, and
Ew.
yeah, he's the goat. So yeah, that is what I have decided for the costume I want you to wear. What the punishment I want you to do for Halloween. It mainly will just be a great thing for me just to see it. I'm just gonna be real. But
What? Yo, what is this? It sounds like a fetish, man.
okay, okay.
What are you gonna
That's
make
not
me
what I'm
do,
trying to
man?
say. But it's just a punishment that'll make me smile. Makes me happy, makes me
Fair
smile.
enough.
But
Fair enough.
anyways, so we're getting into it. Like I said, if our special guest has not arrived, my list is short of things I have watched. So hopefully he arrives. We're gonna get into things we have watched, and I guess you have been talking a lot, so I'll start off with this one. Maybe give your throat a little breather.
Thanks,
Uh,
dude. Need to
yeah.
unclog it real quick.
No problem. That's what I'm here for. But
Hey, yo.
is that a pause? My bad, guys. Pause.
Yeah, you good.
The thing I gotta say is something I have been watching. Actually, bro, we're getting into it right now, bro. As y'all know, I'm an NBA fan. I'm watching the playoffs. The Houston Rockets are 0-2. We are losing to the Lakers, bro. They have no Luca. Austin Reeves is not playing. We're losing to a 40-year-old LeBron, Luke
The goat.
Cornett, and Marcus Smart and
Ooh,
JJ
he's
Redick.
smart. Hey, that's a bucket.
Bro, I don't know what's going on. KD, all I got is one question for you. What team are we going to next, brother? I don't know where we got to go, bro. Like, seriously, I don't know where we're going to go. I don't want to go to New York. I don't want to go to Philly. I don't want to go, like, I don't know where we're going to go if we want to win another championship. Or, as you said, have fun playing basketball. I don't know where we're going to go, bro. This team is so disappointing. I know this team is so disappointing. It hurts my heart, bro. I have to watch LeBron James, who I have said is worse than Kevin Durant. I have to watch him dog walk my team with these nice dishes, these nice dunks, and it's just embarrassing, bro. Most of my team's under the age of 25, and we're letting old heads destroy us. Amen Thompson can't shoot, Sengun can't finish a layup, and the rest of the team is just horrid. Fire the coach if we have to, bro. That dude's getting on my nerves, bro.
Dang, bro.
But
Mitchell learning new
yeah.
vocab just to talk how bad that team
Like, sorry, bro. I just had to let that out. I was gonna talk about something, bro, that popped into my head. Yes, bro. I'm mad. You can go on for if you have anything else.
Oh, Invincible. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. That's something you watch this week?
Uh, your turn.
Okay. I guess the next thing I have been watching is, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I do need to continue on my anime grind. But the only thing I have not the only thing, the next thing I have watched is, as y'all know, fan of Survivor. I'm watching the most recent season, and I'm not gonna lie, I skipped ahead because I'm not like an OG Survivor fan. I wasn't born, but I skipped ahead, and a lot of these new people are low key kind of lame. And yeah, it's just, I understand they're fan favorites, and maybe I'm not seeing how the fans like these people, but some of them are like so lame and so annoying, and it's definitely a formula in watching TV. Like, why in like a lot of game shows or shows like that, competitive shows, there's always just like sobby and crying moments where I'm just like, bro, like, and the moments aren't even worthy of crying for. Like, sometimes I can understand it in certain shows or certain things that are going on, but like, it's just like, bro, why are we using the sympathy route a lot nowadays in TV shows? I don't get it, bro. It's annoying to see sometimes, but yeah, that was the next thing I watched, I guess. Survivor. You got anything else?
Uh, I just finished Egghead, One Piece.
Egghead, Arc, One
Yeah,
Piece. Okay,
yeah,
how'd you
dude.
like
But
it?
dude, Kuma definitely top three characters for me behind Marco and Sanji. uh,
Really?
yeah, dude. I just like
I
Mark. I just like Marco because Marco's cool.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised about the Marco. I'm more surprised about the Sanji.
Yeah, man. Don't get me wrong, Sanji gets annoying, and like I'm not saying he's underrated or overrated or
Oh
like anything
shoot!
like that. No, I'm not
Sorry.
saying any of that.
No, no, I almost
Oh, I'm about
wasted
to.
water all over my laptop.
Jeez, dude,
Oh my god!
freaking
Hey,
scaring me, man.
yes, bro. I scared myself. Oh, okay.
I'm about to say, I was like, dude, is that really a hot take? I don't think that's much of a
No,
hot
no,
take.
no.
But no, yeah,
Sorry.
I just no, I just like Sanji. I've always liked Sanji. Like if I really had to replace him with somebody else, I don't know. I don't. I'll be honest with you. The only character I don't really care about, I don't want to say hate, because I don't hate him. I just don't care about him. Is
I'm
Usopp.
saying. Oh
um,
my god. Oh my.
dude, I'm being so for real with you. I just like I have no care for Usopp at all. It's like I get it why people like him, but I'm just like whatever. But yeah,
Don't
I
worry.
gotta
He'll get
say,
his moment soon.
yeah, that's fair, dude. People are saying like he's gonna get a hammer or something. I'm like, I don't give a frig. But
Hopefully,
yeah,
but
yeah, dude. Kuma to me is definitely a top three character. I love Kuma. Like always liked Kuma, but it wasn't enough to be like, oh, I want to kiss you. But now I want to kiss him, bro. I swear to God.
yeah,
No weird stuff
Kuma.
though.
Kuma is definitely one of the greatest One Piece characters. He's not in my top three, but he is in my top 10. His backstory. How do you feel about his backstory? Not going too much into detail, but like around the time, because you just finished it, around the time when it came out, people were saying it's the saddest backstory in One Piece. I don't think it is. I still have Brook as the saddest backstory. Just from a, I, I just think being lonely for how long he was is just one of the saddest things that, like, we can't really say, oh, being lonely is that sad, because I mean we are
You
alone, but we can't, being alone for that long, like, it's just a totally different type of mindset, and being surrounded by his dead crew is probably even worse. So that's why for me it's the saddest. But do you think Kuma has the saddest backstory in One Piece?
personally, and just I don't know if it's just something new in me or not, but I would say Kuma definitely has like one of the sadder. No, fuck it, I'll say it. I think he has the saddest backstory. Mainly because it's just like he saw his entire family pretty much get killed right in front of his eyes, and then the woman that he loves pretty much just dies. He they pretty much just die. Like like the
Yeah,
longer that they live, the more that they die. And his like he pretty much lost his. Yeah, they got married, right? I'm trying to remember.
him
Um,
and the girl.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they got
Yeah, yeah,
married.
they got married.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like he lost his wife, and then not only did he lose, like he did everything that he possibly could to try and save her. And now that he almost lost Bonnie, and the reason why he gave up his own sanity, just to save his daughter, it's just really, 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 really powerful, but at the same time extremely sad because not only is he gonna lose his daughter, but her daughter's also gonna lose a father. That like
yeah.
that to me, it's just I feel like with Brook, since he is immortal and he did like he lived for what like 30 years, I believe, in the water
It was
by
over a
himself,
hundred years.
over 100 years.
Yeah.
I feel like
No,
at
no, no, no,
some point
no. I think it was over 50. No, 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 because he's not over 100. I'm tripping.
I'm trying to yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like in a way, um, like he knew what was coming and it was bound to happen for him too. But since he is immortal, like he has to learn to pretty much like let go and then move on. But with Kuma, it's just like he gave up more just so one person can pretty much like find their dream. And Kuma like gave up his dream pretty much like saving everybody, saving slaves, to becoming a father figure for Bonnie that he couldn't, no, I don't want to say couldn't, but like who he isn't even allowed to see anymore.
Yeah.
And I think it's just extremely powerful and like really sad. Is in the for me in the long run, I'd rather live forever alone rather than lose
No,
everything
whoa.
when I about life. I'll just be straight up with you.
Really? I
Like for
feel
me
like,
at least.
bro, I really do feel like I'd rather be in Kuma's position. Well, not right now. No, I'd rather be in Brooks' position right now. But like backstory after backstory, I've said this plenty of times while watching that backstory, or just when people always talk about it. I don't know. I can't say this because it's going to be posted on YouTube and stuff like that. But I don't know how he wouldn't just end it right there. I know he, has a I know he has a devil fruit that allows him to come back from the dead, but it's only a one-way ticket. He can still go into the water and just drown. He's still a devil fruit user. So literally, I'm just gonna be real. Being and it's not like he was out in the sun. He couldn't even be out in the sun. He had to be trapped in a cloudy black smoke covered by his dead crewmates, and every once in a while he'd see a zombie. But that's just like, bro, I could not deal with that for how long. Uh, what do you call it? Brooke dealt with it, but at the same time, I could get what you're saying. With Kuma's predicament, I don't know if I'm using that word right, but how Kuma is right now, definitely it does suck. Hopefully, they're able to bring him back. But from a story perspective, I don't think they should. But for a Bonnie perspective, why not? You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I feel like a little piece of him's definitely gonna come back. But maybe into like whatever that like S Kuma as Hawk or something like that.
Oh,
Like
okay,
a
I get
little
what you're
piece of
saying.
him's gonna come
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
but like
that's Kuma. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think Bartolomeo or Bartholomew Kuma's gonna come back.
Yeah, hopefully not. But yeah, One Piece is amazing, guys. Please watch it. The next thing I talk about is Glee. Oh my god, I'm sorry, not
Moo,
Glee. I did not watch that
moo.
this at all. I meant to say The Boys. That's what I watched. This season, like the reviews are saying it, people are saying it, the fans are saying it. This season's so far but way better than last season. It has the potential to be the best season of The Boys. Homelander is one of the greatest villains of all time. I've said it. Depending how this show ends, he might be in my top three villains of all media. If you want to know my top three, give me about a week. I need to come up with a list. But I'm just saying, just off the top of my head, he is definitely a top three villain. I seriously don't know how anyone who haven't seen the series would say he isn't, at least at like a top 10. But yeah, that was the last thing I watched. Other than, oh, no, I have another thing before I say that. But do you have anything else you watched?
I feel like I did, but I just don't remember what.
Okay. Uh, did you watch the new season of Beef yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up to everything else that's like I've already missed out on
Yes,
before I
it's
start on
it's
something
hard.
new.
Trust me, I'm
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that, but I'm just like that. I'm trying to catch up on things I've missed, but then I just can't resist. I can't resist the new
Bro,
things. Like,
dude, I did hear that the new season of Beef is actually people are saying it's
yeah,
better than the first one, which
I've heard
yeah.
I've heard it was when it first came out, I heard people saying it was better, but as time has gone on, I've heard some people saying it's worse. So
Hmm.
now I haven't seen the first season. I definitely want to check the show out now. But I haven't seen the first season or the second season to say, but I've been hearing now people are like conflicted, but hopefully it's not
Yeah.
the bad part. Hopefully it is good. But
Mhm.
the next thing I'll say I have watched is Abbott Elementary. Uh
Mhm.
I'm almost done with the season that we are currently on. Like he just said, I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. The season is already over, but I think I have like two more episodes left. And yeah, it's one of the greatest not biopics, but I forgot what they're called.
Sitcom?
Those what'd you say?
Is it sitcom?
Yeah, it's a sitcom, but it's a type of sitcom. I forgot. Mockumentary, that's what they're called, mockumentaries. It's one of the greatest mockumentaries, like The Office, Parks and Rec, um, I almost said Dropout. I forgot that one other school show with Childish Gambino's in, but it's like one of those, one of the Community. That's what that one is called. It's one of those where it's really a great, funny show that is more than just being funny. It has the romance if you are itching for that. It has the sadness if you're itching for that. But at the end of the day, it's mainly just supposed to make you forget about the life and just have some fun and laugh with some teachers, man. But yeah, that's my next one, and then I guess we're gonna get into the two, I guess the movie, and then lastly Invincible, because I'm pretty sure our special guest has hit his special bed and he's specially asleep. So, yeah, did you have anything else before I get into the Michael movie?
Nah, man. Take
Okay,
the wheel. Let me know when you're back.
the Michael movie. I watched it last night. Well, I guess I watched it Wednesday because you're gonna see this way after. But I watched this Wednesday night, and was a really good movie. I don't know what the critics were talking about. I mean, I know what they were talking about. I was doing some research, and mainly a lot of the things the critics were hating on was the fact that they didn't address any allegations in the movie, and the fact that they really swept through a lot of certain things in Michael's life. And I won't get into that right now. I'll get into what I did not like and like about it. But for what I could say is I don't agree with the critics. Um, but watching the movie, I watched it last night. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little Michael high. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My rating was a 9.5 when I initially watched it,
Yeah,
but I
I was
have
about to say,
sat
I was
back,
like, damn.
I have sat back. Yes, my ratings are usually really high for movies when I first watch them, or they're extremely low. But yeah, I sat back like wait, stop, don't ramble. Continue. Have sat back and I have thought about it, and yes, my rating has changed. It is not a 9.5. Um, because the reason why I don't want to give it a 9.5 is because it is not better, in my opinion, than another biopic movie, which is Bohemian Rhapsody. I gave that movie a 9, and I don't think this movie is better than that. I think this movie's an 8.5 out of 10. So yes, it's a whole grade down. Whoop de doo. It's not that big of a huge downfall. It's still a great movie, but I'm gonna get into my things I like, and then I'll get into the criticism. I'm gonna try not to spoil too much because I want people to watch it. But yeah, the
Nah,
things I
man, you
like,
should spoil everything.
the thing I see what you're doing there, but the things I like about the movie is I forgot his name. I think his name is Jafar.
Yeah,
Uh
Jafar Jackson.
yeah, Jafar Jackson. He This is like one of the first, I think, acting roles he has ever had, and he killed it, bro. Like he absolutely killed that performance. When it comes to biopics, this his performance all alone is up there with, in my opinion, I don't care what anyone says. It's up there with I can't remember his name, I'm sorry, but the person who played as oh my god, I can't remember the dude's name either. Queen, who's the leader of Queen? I can't remember. It's Frankie or starts with an
Frankie.
F. I know it's not Frankie. I can't remember his name right now.
Freddie Mercury and it's
Freddie
Cindy.
Mercury. Freddie Mercury. Yes,
Yeah,
it's up there with that performance.
yeah, it's Rami
It's
Malek.
it's up there with Jamie Foxx when he did Ray. That movie, if you haven't seen it, is also another great movie. It's better than uh, another movie I've seen. What's his name? He didn't do a bad job, but it's definitely, in my opinion, better than the Bob Marley movie, which is also another amazing movie. But he killed it. Uh, I'm not even surprised. This dude's. I think he's won. Not. I think he's won awards. He has won awards, but I'm not going to say he's an Oscar winner. But Colin Domingo, I think I said his name right. He killed it. He is pretty much the villain. Which, if you know Michael Jackson, he is. He plays Joe Jackson, which is Michael Jackson's father. Which is the reason why a lot of Michael, especially growing up, had a lot of issues. Both of them killed it. The other actors in the movie did well too, but those two were definitely people who Every single time they were on the camera and the scene, I was like, "Oh shoot, is Joe Jackson? He's gonna smack Michael? Is he gonna beat that kid up?" I was just, it's just every single time. And then when Michael, when Michael was on the screen, I was just like, "Bro, let me see that dancing." Even the kid who played as Michael Jackson, he was hitting the moves, man. But yes, great performances from there. The In my opinion, the number one thing when you were making a biopic, other than obviously portraying this person's lifestyle, not lifestyle, this person's life, rightfully so, and respectfully so too, especially once they have passed away. I think the best thing is to at least if you're gonna make the person be a butt and be a horrible person, the least you can do is show why they have so many fans and make sure the performances of each song you do, or even of just some songs you do, you literally put your blood, sweat, and tears into that. Um, and yeah, other than that, that was I'm gonna be real, guys. That's all the good stuff I gotta say about the movie. It's a great movie. If you like Michael Jackson, watch the movie, bro. Now, now comes to the
Yeah,
bad stuff.
y'all should
I'm
move. Y'all
sorry.
should wait till streaming. No,
No, I'm not gonna say that.
oh wait,
Definitely
wait.
watch it. What?
Hold up, hold up.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I see what you're
forgot.
trying to do. I see what
No,
you're
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
do.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
I forgot to ask you. So for the challenge that we're doing,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
we decided on like as long as it stays on theater, right?
Yes. As long as it is in theaters, that's what we have decided on.
Are we doing
Um,
nationwide or are we doing worldwide?
we're doing. I will be surprised if nationwide this movie makes over $1 billion. We're doing worldwide. We're doing worldwide. But yes. Sorry. Coming into the negatives. These are just some of my negatives. I don't really watch too many other people do movie reviews, but these are just my negatives. I really felt like in the beginning, this is a Michael movie. Yes, I know it's a Michael movie, but in the beginning, we're really focusing on the Jackson family as a whole, and we're focusing on the Jackson Five in the beginning on how they became a thing with their dad pushing them into this role. They wanted to do this, but he's really the one who like was pretty much forcing them to do this. And I really wish we saw in the movie, a little spoilers. Well, this is not spoilers. Y'all should know this, but this is real life. We saw Michael Jackson being abused as a child by his father. But I might sound like a horrible person saying this, but I'm sorry. I have to say this. At the end of the day, this is art. I really wish we could have seen more abuse. I know this sounds crazy, but not with Michael, but I'm talking about with the family as a whole. I understand this is the Michael movie, so we're not supposed to see. We're not. It's not that we're not supposed to see, but we're not supposed to care too much about the other characters, or not other characters, the other people. But I just wish we would have had a little something with the dad, at least like smacking the other kids. He literally does not do as much harm to the other kids that he does to Michael. I know Michael is the star of the family. He takes all the bruntness because he is
Blunt.
the blunt. He takes all the blunt attacks from his father because he is, no disrespect to the other members, but he is the star of the family. So I understand why they were showing that, but that's just something I wish we could have just seen more with the father. When you see other interviews and other things, people talking about not people but the other family members talking about it, they all talked about how they all were abused by the father, and it made in the movie it was really only portrayed like Michael was taking all the abuse. um that was something I didn't really like. Another thing I didn't like is when watching other biopics, this is something I did watch one review. I know I said I don't really watch reviews, but I watched this review after I watched the movie. And I did watch one review, and he said something that I was also thinking. I don't know if they perform as much songs in this movie as they do in other biopics. There's a lot of songs that they perform in this movie to where at some point it does feel like this is my one of my criticisms towards Arcane, which is another show, not a movie, but it feels like we're seeing music video after music video after music video. And I'm not gonna lie, for me, that wasn't a huge issue, but I can see how some people wouldn't really enjoy that. The dude in front of me, bro, this dude in front of me was dancing. He was up there having a great time singing the Michael Jackson songs. And yeah, I was there too, um, enjoying it too. But that is definitely something I noticed, and I don't think too many people will be fond of. Um, and then other than that, though, that's honestly the main stuff I have an issue with. People were talking about a lot of the critics and a lot of people who really obviously are not doing their research, they're just yapping. We're talking about how in this movie they don't really address any allegations. Before Not before I watched the movie, but before I watched the movie, I didn't look into the allegations. I know of the Michael Jackson allegations. I'm a fan of his, but I looked deeper into it because you know what I'm saying. I'm not a nosy dude. I don't want to look into deeper into other people's business. But if it's out there, I see it. But pretty much this movie ends at 1998, so it's not really until a lot of the more allegations and bigger allegations really rise, which is like 2003 and up. That's when like the other bigger allegations really arise. Now, there are some allegations during this time of Michael. I have looked this up and seen into it, but the allegations are hearsay, he say, she say, be say. Okay, the allegations aren't really 100% true allegations. A lot of the allegations are also debunked. One of the allegations were made by his sister, which is also in this movie, that he, you know what I'm saying, was doing weird things with minors and that he would pay off the families so they wouldn't say anything. This is something that his sister said on live some sort of media. She said this. But everyone in the family denounced this. A couple of years later, she came out in public. Who knows? Maybe why she came out, but she came out and she said she wasn't in her. Well, I know why, but this also could be because of something else. We're not getting into conspiracy theories here, but she said that those allegations that she made up back at the time in 1993, I'm pretty sure. Um, she said that they weren't true allegations. She made them up because just like as most people in Michael's lives, they wanted to eat off of his success. They wanted to ruin his reputation to get something out of it. She said none of those allegations were true. Her and her husband at the time, I don't know if they're still together, they came up with the allegations so they can get their spotlight, so they can get money, and so they can get I don't know. I don't know what they really thought they were going to get, but they can get something. But yes, a lot of the allegations that were in the scene of the movie weren't really truly evidence, not evidenced. There wasn't a lot of evidence in it for them to truly go deeper into. This is the thing that is in a lot of biopics. If you watch them, they don't go into with certain movies. They go into the what is it called, the allegations, and then you have where people hate the movie because the allegations are already debunked. People don't like People know the allegations aren't true, or they over dramatize the allegations to the point where it seems like what is this movie really made for? And I'm glad after watching the movie that they decided to not include those things, because yes, it would have really been like, why are you really including this into this movie? Um, Other than that, though, that's all I really got to say about that. We already know at the end they pulled a little Avengers. They said he will return, so we know they're making a second movie.
Yo,
A
he's gonna
lot
be in Doomsday?
of hopefully, nah, but yeah, a lot of people are saying since this movie is called Michael, the next movie will be called Jackson, which will be kind of fire in my opinion. But oh yeah, one more thing before I end it off. Yes, it also this movie originally was supposed to be one whole movie. It wasn't supposed to be released in parts, but there were some legal issues behind the scenes, so that's why a lot of the things that were originally supposed to be released in this movie, they had to completely take it out. They had to reshoot it, and that is why people are sorry. That's why some people are saying maybe that's why the pacing is not bad, but why there's so many performances in the movie. But Maybe that's why, I don't really know, but that is also why they didn't include any allegations, because they weren't legally allowed to include allegations at the time of the film, at the time of filming it. But that's pretty much it. Before I sign off, like I said, Michael 8.5. Hopefully the next one is better. And
Yeah.
the performance, this is what I will say. The one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs is Human Nature. And watching that performance in this movie, all the performances are great, but that was my personal favorite. It really made you feel like you were at a Michael Jackson concert. I wish I was singing along. I ain't gonna lie, when he said everyone's singing, I was singing along. I really wish I could have been blessed to be at one of this dude's performances live. Sadly, my mother had me a little too late, so can't really blame her though. That was it with the Michael movie. Check it out, please. We're trying to win this bet here. And that's pretty
Yeah,
much it,
man.
man.
Dude, check it out at your local couch, man. It's gonna be streaming on Netflix at some point.
Hopefully not. Yeah, I guess I'm sorry, my brother Keyshawn. You took way too long. We got things to do tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna start it off here, end it off here with
Whoa.
Invincible, bro.
Yeah, man. You can
I,
start it
I,
out.
okay, we already talked about the first couple episodes when they came out. I'm gonna be real. I don't remember where we left off, but yeah, we talked about a lot of this stuff where I'm pretty sure it was where they were leaving into outer space. So we're gonna talk about pretty much everything in episode 5 and after that. So watching Invincible after finishing the season, because I have finished it. Ray did say earlier. I don't know if he said it on the air, but I don't remember. I'm sorry if you heard the voice crack. But yeah, this season was good. I don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's my favorite season. It's no, it's not my favorite season, but this season is definitely really good. Like really, really good. I know I'm probably underselling it, but it is really good. Thrag is a great villain, the best villain so far in the series, and I I guess it's a spoiler to my boy Ray, but I can't wait until we see more of him because he is not dead. Um, you said you've watched the episode where Mark like woke up after he got beat up, right?
You're good. I don't care about spoilers.
No, no, I'm about to ask you a question. That's why I'm asking you.
But
Like, that's what I'm about to ask you. So you already saw like him getting beat up to Conquest, right? Okay, so I was pretty much just gonna ask you because this was, in my opinion, my favorite moment of this season. Um, there's more in the last 2 episodes, but my personal favorite moment of this season was the finally seeing Debbie confront Omni Man after all these years has passed, and I really wanted to know like how did you feel about that moment, or did you just not really care?
dude, I want them to fuck again, man. I want them to get back together, man. I need them to
Really?
get a whole family together, man. Yeah, dog. Like I'll
Really?
be so
I feel
dude.
completely opposite. I'm surprised.
Yo, you gotta read the comics then, big dog. But no, no, I actually do like Omni Man and I like the turn that he's had. Don't get me wrong, I get it why Debbie and everybody in Earth pretty much hate him because dude, he was a fucking menace. Um,
Yeah.
but no, I'll be straight up with you. I just don't like Paul. Paul is just too vanilla for my liking.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, dude, I would be happy if and when they get back together. You know.
Okay. I definitely don't agree at all. I don't think they should get back together. I definitely do think they will get back together because at the end of this season, it is hinting that they're rebuilding a relationship. But one of the reasons why I just personally don't think they should get back together, and I was cool with Paul at the end of the day, it ain't my life. I really do think she does. At the end of the day, she deserves someone that that liked her, that loved her for her, and that didn't call her a pet, that didn't almost try to kill her son, but almost got her other son killed, and really didn't show any remorse after all those years. I know he is apologizing so much, and yeah, he has to keep apologizing, and he has to, as Cecil said in like the last episode when he talked to Cecil, and he thought he had a good saying. He was like, "I almost saved the Earth. The war's complete. You know, like I did all we could, and now we're just here trying to help you guys look for Thrag and the rest of them." And Cecil was like, "Good job. You completed one war. You saved some lives. What about all the other lives you no, he said I almost died for this war." And he said, and Cecil said, "Okay, how about you almost died 200 something more, 200,000 more times, or 2,000 more times, so you can rekindle what you did to this planet." And I really felt like, yeah, that was a real line to where this dude really thinks he can just show up into his life, call his other wife or his other lovers, Oliver's mom, not really important to him. And it's as a human being, it's just disrespectful. Where he doesn't really understand how much he has to do to really repent for what he did. And I did hear in the comics that moment when they first got confronted was totally different. I've heard people say that the animated version is way better of Invincible. I've been hearing people just say that in general, that Invincible is just, the animated version is way better. But yeah, I truly just think, shout out to another great anime, but My Hero, I don't know if really anyone watches it, but the way they handled Endeavor's and Endeavor didn't even do as bad as um what do you call it, Omni Man did, but it was on the same level as bad, in my opinion. Endeavor just hurt his family with his abuse, and Omni Man hurt his family and the entire planet. He hurt that one dude that created a suit for him, which is another great moment in that episode, which is why it's my favorite episode so far of the season. Uh, where he first showed up to him and he was so tensed up, he didn't want to make sure there was. As soon as Omni Man left, he let her breathe relief of fresh air, and he was like, "Okay, fine, this dude is gone. I'm not worried about this dude." Okay, like he said, he only creates suits for heroes, and I really was hoping. Um, I was really hoping, but I just I just don't think he deserves, in general. I'm just gonna be real. I don't think he deserves to be with Debbie. Hopefully, he continues to show himself. Maybe I will change if he does do something extreme to make me change. But so far, at the moment I'm at right now, no, he does not deserve to be with her. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it I gotta say with that episode. Um, the episode with Conquest and that fight, Conquest and Mark. How did you feel about that episode? Do you think it was amazing?
See, it was nasty.
It
Um,
was nasty.
I don't think it was that special. I'll be straight up with you. I don't think it was that special compared to the first fight that they had with Conquest.
I agree.
I thought it was cool, but I was just like, we
Yeah,
already had this, so I don't, like,
I was
it just
definitely
doesn't
with
feel the
you.
same.
Yeah. If bro, Marcus lucky he had his brother and his dad being there, he would have died. Like literally, they both would have died at that moment. And yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about the animation in Invincible. Do you think that the animation is bad, or like do you just feel like it's not? Do you, because a lot of people are comparing it, like anime watchers, they're comparing it to anime. So like, do you think it's bad, or do you think it's all right?
I think it's good for an American-based animation field, cause it's not, dude. I'll be so for real with you. Like, the fact that Invincible is being talked about the amount that it is right now just proves of how good the story is instead of the animation. So you can't say that people are only watching it because it looks good. People are watching because the story's good.
Yeah,
So I
100%.
truly, for me, I don't care about the animation too much because in the long run, if you just focus in on it, dude, they're all doing the same exact thing anyways. They're either punching, kicking, shooting, or stabbing. It's not like they're doing any special moves, you know. So like I just don't feel like we're really missing out too much on like ex- insanely good looking anime, like One Piece style ass fucking shit, you know? Like I just don't
Yeah,
think I don't think Invincible really needs that highable quality animation for it to be successful at least. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Invincible looks great because it doesn't. It's pretty it's pretty
yeah.
choppy, but I'm
This
fine with
season,
it.
a lot of this season. Yeah, I was gonna say that there are a lot of moments, especially in the first two episodes, and like the last two episodes. There were some moments where I was like, the animation just looked like. I know people make this joke a lot, but it looks like it was like a slideshow animation sometimes. And for me,
Yeah.
it's mainly I don't have an issue with the
Hmm.
animation, like you said, because it's not like the fights are extravagant. But my only issue with the animation are the facial expressions. Like anyone who watches cartoons or who just appreciates that type of style of art really look at when these characters are talking and how like stale or emotionless sometimes their faces look. That's my only issue with it. You know what I'm saying? I wish they could try to show more fluidity. I don't know if I said that word right, but I wish if they could try to do that just to make it uh just to help just to help those moments feel better in my opinion. But that's pretty much it. I guess we can get into the Thrag stuff. Yeah,
Dude, I got a hot take, man. Bro, anything that doesn't include like that doesn't even involve anything with the Viltrumites uh in this season,
it's
I could
trash.
care less, dude. It's some of it is just a snore fest. Like episode 4 deserves the rating it got cuz that
Really?
episode was mad boring, bro. Mad boring. Like dog, they spent 2 minutes falling on a hole. Like yo,
Yeah.
like I
I
know it's
definitely do agree. I agree with you with that part, yeah.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, I get the fact that they're trying to make Mark seem more humane and saying, like, oh, you should be grateful that, like, your heaven doesn't have to be something that's imaginary or something that's, like, holy, because, you know, it's something. I'm just like, dude, no hate to you. What's his name? Bloodsport?
I don't know his
Hmm.
name at all.
But dude, the
I know who
demon
you're
dude.
talking about though.
Bro, we haven't seen him, like, at least, like, importantly, since season one. I could care less about that dude, man. I don't, like, and the fact that they're just recycling some of the enemies, too. Like, I get it that they're, like, the bigger, stronger, badder, but I'm like, I give two fucks, man. It's like, you could have easily saved so much money if you guys just made the season, like, 6 episodes or something. But
Yeah.
I can't
I
complain.
definitely I definitely do agree with you with that aspect. That's also always been my criticism towards a lot of pieces of art, but Invincible in general. It's a superhero world, and we don't really see that many different type of superheroes or um, super villains. Like we know this whole world has superheroes, and the fact that every time a Viltrumite shows up, only superheroes from the United States want to help. Like, why is that the only superheroes that show up? Wait, we have a whole Earth full of not a whole Earth. Oh yeah, no, I said it right. We have a whole Earth filled with superheroes, and only the ones from the United States are the only one trying to help defeat these Viltrumites. That to
It's
me is just
all.
it doesn't make any sense. Like I can't really get
Yeah.
mad at like the original creator because this was created a while ago, so maybe he wasn't even thinking about that. But when every time that a supervillain shows up and is almost about to destroy the world, I'm like, bro, like the other heroes might just not care about this planet that much because they don't show up at all.
No, yeah, I get what you mean. I'll be honest with you. I also didn't like that. Like even in the smaller episodes,
Hmm.
Mark was there every single time. And don't get me wrong, like I know the show was called Invincible, but dude, it pretty much like threw away all of the other characters that seemed pretty cool. Like I'm not gonna lie to you,
Yeah,
one of my favorite not characters, but like favorite powers is Monster Girls.
really,
And
she's just like Hulk.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like I like the way that they like de-age her and shit, but I don't like the fact that they pretty much like stopped her from de-aging. Um, Robot, I don't care about him, but like the new Justice League, I feel like they only showed up to do nothing. Um,
That's
and
they always show up just to do that.
I know, but it's just like some of the heroes there are actually pretty cool, and I don't know
They
if you've
are.
read anything about the comics.
No, I
Like the
have
whole
not.
okay, the storyline between Robot and Monster Girl is about to be insane, and I hope they keep it similar to the comics because it's actually pretty cool. But at the same time, I'm just like, damn, dude. There's only one character that actually like outside of the Viltrumites or main characters that I liked here, dude. Tech Jacket, she's pretty cool, man.
Really, I have
I
heard
actually,
only bad things about her so far.
it's I'm assuming it's mainly because they changed the gender for her.
No, they
'Cause
say she's just useless. That's what everyone is
oh,
saying.
don't
She's
get me wrong,
useless.
yeah, she is useless, but dude, I just like her. I just like her character, man. She seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't hate her either. People are saying that she might be the because I've heard of some spoilers, obviously, but I've heard like Oliver in the or comics he falls in love with an alien. People are saying that they might switch it here because Tech Jacket and Oliver are around the same age, so he might
Yeah,
fall in love with her. And this that's what I've heard some people are thinking they're gonna do. But
I'm fine with that.
definitely, I will say that yeah, she. I don't. Sometimes when she's there, I'm like, she's not really. I don't see the point of her being there. She's not really helping. They literally could have gotten Immortal to do everything she did it at some moments. There was only one clutch moment she had, which you're not there yet, but there was only one clutch moment she had. But other than that, I was just like, eh. But I don't
I
hate
don't
her
know, man.
character. I don't really hate. I don't really hate any character in Invincible, to be honest, because I don't care enough for these characters to hate them. Like I know a lot of people hate Amber. I don't hate Amber as a character either.
I
So
forgot about her.
yeah, I actually like Amber as a character, and I like Mark's friends. It's just the show obviously, like you said, a lot of people, even from the ratings, a lot of people don't like seeing when it's not has anything to do with the Viltrumites. I don't mind it sometimes if it's world building. I like world building in shows, so I don't mind it if it's world building. But if it is boring or if it is feels like it's drawn out, like the demon plot line did feel like it was drawn out because it was in a whole episode. It did not have to be a whole episode. That could have been half an episode. But yeah, definitely there were issues there. I guess yeah, like I said, we can get unless you have anything to say before we get into like the last like two episodes, I think.
I'll be straight up with you. I haven't even watched it yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know that. I know you told me that. But yeah, it's mainly just the stuff that happened with Thrag. Yeah, I said it I think at the start before we started everything, but Thrag in my opinion is so far the best villain in Invincible, but he had the potential. He had the potential to be one of the best villains of all time if he would have went to Earth and destroyed it. I'm just gonna be real. I understand why he didn't from I guess a story perspective, because if he would have did that, like what the frick could Mark would have just be dead. Like he can't defeat Thrag. We know that he can't defeat Thrag. And so obviously from a story perspective, it makes no sense for him just to destroy Earth and then kill Mark. But yeah, seeing them finally pull up to the Viltrumite thing, them blowing up the Viltrumite planet, that was an epic shot. Sorry, yeah, I guess spoiler for my boy Ray, but that was an epic shot seeing that scene literally like it was cool to see, but at the same time there was parts in it where the animation it was like kind of doo-doo, and I was just like, bro, like Mark doesn't even feel like he's really screaming. Same thing with the other characters. But anyways, definitely a good fight seeing that Thrag lived up to his hype because a lot of people were hyping him up. In my opinion, he lived up to his hype. He is a psycho. Like that dude's insane. Um And also, before we keep going into deep to that, how do you feel? Because I forgot, because this did get revealed this season. I forgot the whole point of the reasons why the Viltrumites are like psychos and why they're so dead set on doing what they're doing is because they need to rebuild uh their race. They're trying to bring their race back. So like, how do you feel about that? I guess being a plot twist because people who didn't read it didn't know.
I'll be straight up with you. I can't answer this because I already knew.
Oh,
I
okay.
read, yeah, I read most of the comics, so
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. To me, that was in my opinion, that was a good twist. It was something better than boring other things we've seen in other shows where they're just going from one planet to conquer another planet. Nothing wrong with that formula, but it was definitely a good breath of fresh air seeing this. Um, and yeah, that was a good twist. And I guess back to the meat and potatoes. Like I said, that those it was cool seeing Thrag doing what he did. I guess since we since you already seen everything, um, I can understand why Thrag because he killed like the old like he killed one of the original dudes. I forgot his name, but I can understand why Thrag didn't kill Invincible Mark because he's the main character, but why I don't understand why he didn't kill at least Omni Man, who he kept calling a traitor. Like he knows Viltrumites and you superheroes have immense healing capabilities. Why didn't he just kill Omni Man? He just beat him up to a bloody pulp and just didn't kill him. Like I don't understand that.
I'm assuming it's mainly just because he's a male Viltrumite, and there's only like 50, well, I guess 48 left now after two of them died. There's only so many Viltrumites left that if he did decide to kill Omni-Man, there's just gonna be less opportunities for offsprings pretty much and less soldiers.
Okay.
But like even though he is a betrayer, like I feel like I'm just saying this as a suggestion, but it could be a possibility that like he still thinks that he can change Nolan back to how he was, and then pretty much get back to it, get
Oh, okay.
more get more babies out there.
Yeah, I definitely do think they'll have more babies, but I guess that was pretty much it. Literally, episode 6 or 7. I don't remember what episode that was. That was pretty much just like all fights. So yeah, I don't really know what y'all were expecting us to really say about that. But getting into like the season finale about this, once again, sorry, my boy Keyshawn, you have it texted me. Trust me, I'm looking at my phone every second. Um, the season finale, in my opinion, it was a good season finale. Some people probably would be disappointed, but in my opinion, it was a good season finale. Seeing Mark having flashbacks with Thrag showing up. I'm not an idiot, so every single time I saw him show up, I knew it wasn't like real. I knew it was just PTSD. But it would be. I already said this. Like one of the PTSD moments. I think this was the first moment when he was talking to his mom, Debbie, and then Thrag just showed up out of nowhere and had his hand around Debbie's neck. If he would have killed Debbie right then and there, I already said it. He would have been one of the greatest villains of all time. Like just right then and there, that would have cemented him, at least for me, in true just evilness. But this dude obviously, he doesn't seem like he's 100% evil. Like I can't really. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of like an evil villain who's just evil, but I'm having a
Anti-hero.
hard time. What'd you say? What'd you say?
He's more like an anti-antagonist pretty much.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like I was expecting him to be just truly evil. That's what I'm saying. I guess Homelander is a good example of a villain who's just truly evil. I mean, he has substance, but I was trying to think of someone, but Homelander is just evil. But yeah, and then you already said you read the comic, so you probably already know about this moment. We got Fat Eve. How did you feel about seeing Eve fat? Okay, I'm trolling. I don't care. She's fat. But the actual thing I want to know, how did you feel about when you heard the news? Even when you read it, how did you feel when you read that Eve aborted Mark's and hers child?
I mean, it's my initial feeling to it. I was just like, "Damn, dude, that's crazy." But then the more I thought about it, the more I'm just like, it makes sense. Cause again, like they're young, and I'm assuming like she didn't really want the kid yet. Even though like not, and dude, you gotta remember too, Mark was gone for like months.
Yeah,
So
I know.
yeah, so Mark was 100% gone for months. So it was like literally just her thinking about it, like wanting to abort the baby. And I'm assuming like I also was just thinking third party, like not third party, but just like the way I would handle the situation if I was Eve. Dude,
Yeah,
I
that's what I
had
was gonna ask you next.
yeah, I pretty much have a fucking alien in my stomach, dude. It's like, who knows what could this baby turn into? It could be like it could turn into either like a good kid like Mark, or it could literally be the next fucking Omni Man. Like that's the only thing I would be thinking in my head. I was like, damn, dude,
Really, I'm thinking completely different.
I have a nuke in my stomach, man. So to me, I can't blame her for aborting the child, mainly because she's young and there could be a lot of problems with it too. But I'm just that to me at least that's just the way I was thinking about it.
Yeah,
It's her
I
choice,
was
anyways.
thinking similar, but I was also thinking completely different. I think I get why she did it. Like you said, Mark was gone for months. She didn't know what she said it. She didn't know whether he was going to return back or not. But from my perspective, yes, it is her choice, obviously. But from my perspective, if I was Eve, I'm not Eve. Like, brother, I'm. These are fictional characters, but if I was Eve, I just feel like I understand she was gaining weight. She didn't, her powers weren't working. Mark left her. She didn't know what to do. She feels like that's the only person on this planet that truly knows her, especially now that Rex has passed away, which rest in peace, Rex, one of the greatest characters. But Rex has passed away. She truly felt like she was alone. Like she said, she was alone. Mark and I'm gonna before I get to what I would have done, but Mark's reaction to Eve saying she aborted the child, in my opinion, is really, really, really mature. It speaks volumes on Mark as a character, how he is growing, and it really shows the human side in him. Because if that was Omni Man, if he found out that at that point in time that Debbie aborted their child, he would have killed her. Like, I'm just gonna be real, he would have killed her and went to a straight different girl at that point in time. But now seeing how Mark handled it, it was great in my opinion. Um, I definitely would have not hugged her and apologized. Maybe I'm not that mature. I'm sorry, but I definitely would have been like, Eve, it's okay. I could get why you did it, but I really wish you would have told me before I left that you were pregnant. I just feel like that's where she messed up. She should have told her, I'm not breaking up with you over this, but I'm gonna argue with you for about a day or two. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of dude I am. But
Yeah.
I definitely am. I'm just surprised. I like I said, in her mind, I can get why she did it, so I'm not mad at it. But I just feel like the best thing she could have done in these moments when Mark was gone is went to Debbie. I really feel like you're sleeping at their house and you know banging it every time. Like they know Debbie obviously respects you as another person, and she is someone who has dealt with this. She would understand what it feels like. Even worse, because her husband ended up leaving her and being a demon. So she would know how to go through this. She has raised two Viltrumite children. And like you said, maybe the baby could have been the next Omni Man. But Debbie has raised two kids who had the potential to be the next Omni Man. That was Omni Man's whole goal, was to get Mark to become the next him, and he failed because Debbie raised him right as a good person, and which in is what he's doing with what she is doing with Oliver. We see it with these characters. Oliver used to just say, "Why don't we just kill these villains?" Now we can see the human side in him, the human side of him that Debbie has shown him, and that Mark has shown him. So I really do think she should have at least talked to her. I'm not saying she should have kept the baby. Brother, I don't care. This is an animated show. I don't care. But I just think she should have at least talked to Debbie before saying F it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like we both said, it is her choice at the end of the day. But I really wish I really wish Mark had a say in it. I would be, like I said, I personally would be mad if my girl did this. I really wish I would have had a say in this, or at least we could have talked about it. You could either, if you want to still abort the baby, do what you got to do, but at least can we at least talk about it? That's something that really hurt me. Not hurt me, what the frick, but that's just something that
Dang,
I really just,
bro, is
if I
Mark.
was Mark, I guess I'm not, like I said, I guess I'm not that mature as I think I am, because I would have definitely what I just said. Yeah, I definitely would have wanted to talk about it more. But yeah, that's the end of that. And the last thing I want to ask you before we end it off is, because this is why I really wanted to ask Keyshawn, but he's not here. At the end, Mark meets up with Thrag. Thrag doesn't really give him a position, but he says either you save the planet and you leave us alone, let us reproduce, and we'll be out of your hair, or you fight me right now, I kill billions of lives, and I destroy the and I make your the rest of your race slaves, pretty much just for us to have kids with. Um, And at the end, I don't know if you remember, we know that Alan knows there is a virus that can wipe out the Viltrumites. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, this is really similar to the boys. But anyways, after seeing that, and Mark's, obviously we know Mark's decision. What would you have done in that decision at that point in time? Would you have done the same? That's my question.
Yeah, I 100%.
100% would have done this. I don't know. Uh, nah, I would have. I would have done the same. I forgot. I would have done the
Yeah, I
same.
mean, you're pretty much just like making time to make a plan or get stronger
Yeah,
rather than dying in that moment and losing forever.
that's what I was thinking. Uh, but
Like, I don't know if you know what happens to Mark like later on in the story, but dude gets. I feel bad for bro, man.
would you uh would you use the virus? Because I'm just gonna say my answer. I would use the virus. Would you use the virus?
I mean, yeah, of course. Even if it has to kill me, sure.
Okay. Yeah, that was literally my last question. I definitely would use the virus um to wipe out the Viltrumites. I know some people probably would be against that. That is also another plot point in the boys if you haven't watched the boys, but yeah, I definitely would use the virus. Would I wipe out myself? No, I'd probably try to just leave the planet and use it while they're there. But because we know it doesn't affect humans, so I would just like use it. But I don't know how it would be. How would I be able to keep Thrag there when I use the virus? That would be the hard part. But yeah, I would definitely use the virus to end it off there. Um, that is the end of our Invincible talk. Uh, Sorry, I didn't want to hold this at the end for because I really know people like Invincible. I didn't want to hold this at the end, but I tried to make time for my boy Keyshawn to show up, our special guest. He didn't show up. He was working. I don't know what he does, but he told me he was going to be working late. He said he would try, but he can't make it. So we're gonna end it off there. Newbie critics signing out. What do you got to say, my boy Ray?
I'm about to pass out. I gotta be up at work. And yeah, dude, I'm gonna be a camp counselor for the next 2 days or so.
Okay,
GG's,
that's gonna
man.
be fun.
GG's. It's over, man. I'm gonna start a fire, and then next thing you notice, everybody's dead.